Kunti Devi knew that Krishna was neither her nephew nor an ordinary family member of her paternal house. She knew perfectly well that Krishna is the primeval Lord who lives in everyone's heart as a super soul, Paramatma. Another name of the Paramatma feature of the Lord is Kala, or eternal time. Eternal time is the witness of all our actions. Good and bad and thus resultant reactions are destined by Him. It is no use saying that we do not know why and for what we are suffering. We may forget the misdeed for which we may suffer at this present moment. But we must remember that Paramatma is our constant companion, and therefore He knows everything, past, present, and future. And because the Paramatma feature of the Lord Krishna destines all actions and reactions, He is the supreme controller also. Without His sanctions, not a blade of grass can move. The living beings are given as much freedom as they deserve, and misuse of that freedom is the cause of suffering. The devotees of the Lord do not misuse their freedom, and therefore they are the good sons of the Lord. Others who misuse freedom are put into miseries destined by the eternal Kala. The Kala offers the conditioned soul both happiness and miseries. It is all predestined by eternal time. As we have miseries uncalled for, we may have happiness also without being asked, for they are all predestined by Kala. No one is therefore either an enemy or friend of the Lord. Everyone is suffering and enjoying the result of his own destiny. This destiny is made by the living beings in course of social intercourse. Everyone here wants to lord it over the material nature, and thus everyone creates his own destiny under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. He is all-pervading, and therefore He can see everyone's activities. And because the Lord has no beginning or end, He is known as also as the eternal time Kala. So we are continue to discuss the prayers of Queen Kunti. Today, the 11th verse of the prayers that we are discussing. When you analyze the prayers of Queen Kunti, the first 5 shlokas of her prayers talk about Krishna's transcendental position. She describes how Krishna is transcendental in his position. And next to 5 shlokas that Kunti offers in her prayers talk about how Krishna gives his transcendental protection. All the 5 shlokas, the last 5 previous shlokas, they talk about Krishna's protection is transcendental. Now, the verse that today we are going to discuss is another section of Kunti Devi's prayers, the next 5 shlokas, where she talks about Krishna's pastimes which are transcendental. So that means so far we have seen the 5 shlokas where Kunti describes Krishna's transcendental position, the 5 shlokas where Kunti describes Krishna's transcendental protection, and beginning with today's verse, the next 5 shlokas, Kunti Maharani is going to describe how Krishna's pastimes are transcendental. She's also going to talk how Krishna performed Damodara Leela and many more things, and beginning from today's. So in today's verse, Kunti is saying, Manye Tvam Kalam Ishanam. So today's verse talks about Krishna's pastime as a time. She says, Manye, I consider Tvam, you. I consider you, Manye Tvam, Kalam Ishanam. I consider you the eternal time. You are the controller of the time. You are the time himself. So, what is this time? What is this Kala? It is such an integral part of our life We keep discussing about time, the influence of our time. So it is very important to know what is time. So we can understand what is time from Chanakya Pandita's one of the shloka, where he says, Ayushaha kshana ekopi nalabhya swarna kotibihi. Ayushaha kshana ekopi. Even a moment of one's life, a moment, kshana. Kshana means a moment. Ayushaha kshana ekopi, he says, nalabhya swarna kotibihi. Even a moment of one's time could not be recovered in exchange of swarna kotibihi. Even if you want to give millions of gold coins, you can't recover the time that you have lost in your life. That is the nature, or that is what the kala is. Nachain nirarthakam nitihi kacha hanis tatodhika. He says this is the niti, this is the lesson that we learn from the kala, the time. What is that niti? What is that kala? If you spend your time, you can't recover it. So from this, we understand what is time. Time controls everything. Time controls everyone. The speciality of the time, from this verse we understand, Chanakya is taking the two energies that dominate this world. One is time, another one is wealth. Swarna kotibihi, Swarna is equivalent of money or wealth, which controls this world. We are all behind acquiring money because money makes you a controller. So among wealth and time, which is superior? He says time is superior. Because he says, if you imagine we have 1 lakh rupees. Somebody comes and steals that 1 lakh rupees. Or you are carrying 1 lakh rupees in your pocket, and on the way your purse fell down and you lost 1 lakh rupees. It is possible to recover the lost wealth. You can recover it. You can earn it once again. You can start working, you can again recover 1 lakh rupees. But if you lose even a moment of your time, you can't recover. Gone, it's gone forever. That's the nature of time. Money can be recoverable, time can never be recovered. Just see. And money, you have money and you think, okay, I have 1 lakh rupees and I don't want to spend that 1 lakh rupees today. I will keep it for my future. After 1 year, I will spend it. So you can store the wealth. You can save the money. So there is a saving account. But nobody can save the time. You can't store. You can't say, today, November 27th, I don't want to spend today. I will save this. I'll deposit in my bank account. And whenever I want, November 27th, I'll take out and I will spend it. Is it possible? You cannot. You cannot save the time. When the time is there with you, you're forced to spend it. You can't say, I will deposit, I'll save this. That means the time is irrecoverable and it is unstorable. You can't store it and you can't recover it. But on the contrary, the wealth can be recovered, the wealth can be stored. This is the nature of the time, kala. And kala, what does it do? Kala continuously brings changes in our life. It continuously brings changes. And sometimes you ask somebody, can we please go to Vrindavan? Then people say, oh, I don't have time. So when they say, I don't have time, what does it mean? It means that they are under the control of time. Time is not under their control. They are indirectly saying, I am under the control of time and I don't have sufficient time. So you can see everyone in this world being controlled by time. So there are people who are not ready to accept the supremacy of God. They don't want to accept God exists. They don't want to come under the control of God. For such people, they have to come under the control of time. Time, Kala, is the impersonal representation of Krishna. It is an impersonal representation. So those who don't want God, they're forced to accept the control of the time. So in the Sanskrit, the God is called Ishaha. Ishaha means the controller. And what does the controller do? He controls your life. The same way, time also controls all of our life. That is why time is also a representation of God. So Kunti Maharani is now telling Krishna's pastimes, and there first she is saying, Manye tvam kalam ishanam. Manye, I consider you tvam kalam ishanam. Your Kala, you're not only just Kala, you're controller of the Kala, you're Isha of the Kala. Kalam ishanam. So how do we know this? In the Bhagavad Gita, as you all know, Bhagavad Gita begins with Arjuna wanting to see both the parties who are desiring to fight, and then Krishna takes Arjuna to see the people who have assembled to fight, and Arjuna, by seeing his beloved people, Drona, Bhishma, he says, I will not fight now. Then Krishna begins to speak Bhagavad Gita. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna displays Vishwarupa. And when Arjuna sees that ghastly form of Krishna, he asks, oh, who are you? I have never seen you like this. Because Arjuna sees that people are dying. They're getting crushed in the mouth of Krishna. They're being slain by Krishna. He's seeing the destruction going on. Pralaya. He's seeing the destruction. Then Krishna says, Kalosmi. Oh Arjuna, Asmi. Asmi means I am. Who I am? Kalaha Asmi. Kalosmi. For Arjuna's question, who are you? Krishna is replying, Kalosmi. I'm the Kala. So what are you doing as a Kala? What is the nature of the Kala? Kalosmi Lokakshaya. Kshaya means destruction. So Krishna says, I am the Kala who has come here to destroy. So Arjuna saw the Kala Rupa of Krishna. Kala Rupa. Kala Rupa means the form that is destroying everything. So when Arjuna saw that Krishna is displaying the very, very ferocious and ghastly form, he was completely frightened. Then after that, Krishna revealed Saumya Rupa. One is Kala Rupa, another one is Saumya Rupa. At the end of the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, we see that Krishna revealing his beautiful form. That is not Kala Rupa, that is Saumya Rupa. So Krishna is a time himself. He is not just time. Time is called God. It is also called energy of the God. Time in the material world controls everyone. Every situation of our life is controlled. Nobody can say, time is under my control. We can all very, very clearly say, I am under the control of time. We are all born. Some of you may wish, I want to remain child. But you are not allowed to be child. You are forced by the Kala to grow and become a young man and take responsibility. And you say, oh wow, I didn't know being a young man is so nice. So I want to remain a young man forever. Now I'll put one full stop to the Kala. So Kala says, my dear sir, I am not your servant, you are my servant. Kala, another form is, Kala keep on moving. Kala never stops. So the Kala keeps moving. And you have to run with the Kala. You are not allowed to stay. So from youth, you get into old age. And old age is a notice that very soon death is going to come. You see, sometimes before somebody comes, you get notice, right? So the old age is a notice that before death's arrival. The death is going to arrive and you're getting a notice, and that notice is called old age. And that is also because of Kala. And at the end, the ultimate energy of the Kala comes in the form of death. That is the full power manifestation of Kala. So we are all helplessly taking birth, growing young, becoming older, and then dying. It's all due to Kala. Now, Kunti Maharani is telling this because there is a reason why she is telling this. Because she is telling Krishna is not like an ordinary person like you and me. She is clarifying this doubt. Because some people may think, oh, Krishna, he was one big politician. He was one very famous management guru. So he was managing very well during Dwapar Yuga. He is not God. He was one good politician. He was one good intelligent person. No, she says, my dear Lord, you are not like any one of us. What is the difference between Krishna and ordinary people? Krishna is Kalam Ishanam. He is the controller of the Kala. He is not under the Kala. You see, sometimes yogis, because of their yoga siddhi, they may transcend old age. They may always look young. So is Krishna like a yogi? No. He is Kalam Ishanam. He is the controller of that Kala. Kala is a servant of Krishna. Krishna is not the servant. So there are many pastimes which describe what Kunti is actually telling. In Srimad Bhagavatam, in Mahabharata, we can understand various pastimes which describe Krishna as a Kala Ishanam, Kaleshwara, controller of the Kala. So let us know what are those pastimes. So in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, which Prabhupada has given us in the form of Krishna book, we can see how Krishna controls time according to his pastimes. So Krishna, when he desired to associate with the gopis of Vrindavan, he started playing on his flute. Vamshi Vata Tatastita Karshan Venu Svanair. Venu means the flute. He was standing underneath a Vamshi Vata and he started playing on his flute. And when he was playing on flute, all the damsels of Vrindavana, the gopis, they got attracted to Krishna. They were enchanted by Krishna's flute and they left their family and they all came to see Krishna. And they all gathered, assembled underneath Vamshivata. And after that, Krishna started performing rasa dance with his beloved gopis. And now the gopis are enjoying Krishna's association. It is nectarian association. They are just, having the best moments of their life, being with their beloved Lord. And it is such a association, they don't want the time to go away. See, generally what happens when you go to watch a movie and you're enjoying that movie and you're also worried at the same time. The movie is going to get over. You'll be watching, out of 2.5 hours, already 1 hour is over. And in between some interval will come and you'll be, if it is a very good movie, you'll be thinking, 1 more hour, that's all. Movie is going to get over. So even though we're enjoying, along with your enjoyment, there is a fear. The fear of Kala's influence. What is that? Very soon, the time is going to finish off everything and my movie will get over, I have to go out. Or, not only movie, any good things in our life when you're enjoying, simultaneously you're worried about the time. You're very young and enjoying, you're worried. I cannot enjoy like this whole my life. I become very old man. Sometimes young people say, Prabhu, we have to enjoy now only because we are young and later we can't enjoy. What does it mean? That means when they're enjoying, simultaneously they're worried about the kala, the time controlling them. So the gopis, when they're with Krishna, they don't have to worry like this. Why? Because they're with Supreme Personality of Godhead, under whose control the kala is acting. So the gopis, they were having, ecstasy. They were having the highest experience of devotion, being with Krishna in his personal association, and they don't want this time to go away. So Krishna, understanding the desire of his devotees, he extended the rasa dance. He extended the night in which he performed rasa dance. He extended it. So generally night means, you can say, okay, maximum 12 hours. In winter season, you can have maximum 12 hours, we have night. But Krishna extended that night, not some another 12 hours, or he made it, okay, one day, full day he made it night. No. Or did he make the night into 1 month? No. Okay, 1 year? No. Then how long that night lasted? Krishna made that night in which he was performing rasa dance with gopis equal to Brahma's 1 day. And what is Brahma's 1 day? Somebody may say, oh, Brahma's 1 day, my day same. No. Sahasra yuga paryantam brahmano. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sahasra yuga paryantam. Sahasra mahayuga. One mahayuga consists one Satya Yuga, one the Treta Yuga, one Dwapara Yuga, and one Kali Yuga. One Kali Yuga is 4,32,000. And if you go back, Dwapara Yuga, that is 8,64,000. And if you go to Treta Yuga, it is plus 4,32,000. That is about 13 lakhs. Then if you go to Satya Yuga, it is about 17 lakh years, one Mahayuga. Like that, you multiply by 1,000. That was the duration of the time the devotees in Vrindavan enjoyed Krishna's association. That means Kala was completely under the control of Krishna. If devotees want that this night be extended for more and more, Krishna can extend the time up to thousands and millions and billions of years. This pastime of Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, without any doubt, demonstrate today's Kunti Maharani's prayer, Manyetvam Kalam Ishanam. You are the controller of the time. All your pastimes that you perform, they are not due to the Kala's influence. In fact, they are due to your influence. See, all that we do, that is because of Kala's influence. But all that Krishna is doing, Kunti Maharani is clarifying in the beginning itself, that is not like you and me who are acting because of Kala's influence. No, it is because of Krishna's influence. So this is the pastime which describes Krishna as a controller of the Kala. Another pastime in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, without any doubt, proves Kunti Maharani's statement, Manye Tvam Kalam Ishanam. When Krishna came to Mathura, he killed Kamsa, and after that, Vasudeva and Devaki, they were away from Krishna for a long time, and now they were very happy that Krishna has come back. At the same time, being father and mother, now they have a responsibility to educate Krishna. You see, Krishna does not require education because Krishna is Jagat Guru himself. But still, he wanted to set an example that everyone in this material world should take guidance and training from a spiritual master. So for this purpose, for this pastime, Krishna was sent to Avanti Nagara, that is in the Ujjaini kingdom, and where the Guru Sandipani was imparting training to all the disciples. So Krishna and Balaram, they were sent there, and he was under the training of Sandipani Muni. And all the training got over in 64 days. At the end of the training, it is a custom in Vedic culture the disciple go to spiritual master and ask the Guru, my dear Guru, what dakshina I should give? That means, what is that I should give you? Guru dakshina. Then, now the Guru, Krishna's Guru, he knows who Krishna is. But he wanted to prove the whole world, who is my disciple? So he asked something which is very, very uncommon. You see, ordinary Guru will ask, give me 1 lakh rupees. My training is very special, so give me 1 lakh. Okay, give me 10 lakh. Or something else you may ask. But Krishna's Guru was not asking some cheap things. He was asking something extraordinary. Na bhuto na bhavishyati. Neither in the past nor in the future anybody can ask such a Guru Dakshina. He said, my dear Krishna, I have one son. And that son is now dead. He's dead. So now I want you to get my dead son back. Just see. If somebody comes and asks you, sir, can I give you some gift? And if you tell, can you get somebody who is already dead at my home? Then they will understand, are you fool or what? What gift are you asking? This is impossible. Nobody can bring somebody who is already dead. Because the death is the ultimate manifestation of Kala. Nobody can conquer the Kala. And especially is already dead and gone. So the Sandipani, the Guru of Krishna, is saying that the only Guru Dakshina that I want from you is my son who is taken away by Yamaraj, the controller of this death, Kala. So Krishna said, all right, and he immediately went. And he went to Samyamani Puri, where the city of the death, where Yamaraj rules. And he blew conch shell, Panchajanya. Of course, the big pastime. You can all read that in Krishna book. And he recovered the dead son of Sandipani Muni and brought him back and gifted him to his spiritual master. This pastime of Krishna proves that Krishna is the Ishvara of the Kala. He is not under the Kala. He is not under the Kala. In fact, Kala is doing service to Krishna. The moment he entered Samyamani Puri, the capital city of Yamaraj, the death city, the moment he blew the conch shell, Yamaraj came running and he said, my dear Lord, my dear Master, how can I serve you? Is there anybody to whom Yamaraj will come and ask you, how can I serve you? We are all scared of Yamaraj. But here Yamaraj is so afraid. Krishna has come to my doorstep. I don't know. I'm so afraid. Let me go and ask him. What does he want? So Yamaraj asked, my dear Lord, what do you want? And he said, such and such thing. And immediately he got and he gave back. That means this shows Kunti Maharani is telling, my dear Lord, all your pastimes, they are not under the control of the Kala. In fact, all that you do, that is under your control. As I told you, the next 5 shlokas that Kunti is going to describe, they will all describe Krishna's transcendental pastimes. So one should not misunderstand these pastimes are under the control of time. No, Krishna is the controller of time. That is why the first line, Manye Tvam Kalam Ishanam. You are the Isha. You are the Lord. You are the master of Kala. The last pastime that I'd like to mention in today's class, which demonstrate Krishna is the master of the time. It is from Mahabharata. Very interesting pastime. In the 13th day of Mahabharata lasted for 18 days, right? And very soon, the next Saturday is going to be Gita Jayanti. Gita Jayanti means on which Krishna spoke Mahabharata. That means probably very soon Mahabharata going to start. So after Mahabharata started, the 13th day, something very interesting happened, where Krishna demonstrated this pastime that he is the master of the time. What did he do? On 13th day, Duryodhana was extremely angry and he went to the commander-in-chief, Dronacharya. Dronacharya was the commander-in-chief of Kaurava's army, and he said, Dronacharya, you are being partial to Pandavas. You are simply wasting time. Because Arjuna, Bhima, Yudhishthira, they're all favorite disciples, you are not doing anything. You're simply wasting time, and you're indirectly allowing them to destroy our army, and so that you are bringing defeat. So Dronacharya was very angry to hear this. He was not like that. He said, my dear Duryodhana, tomorrow, the 13th day of the war, I will arrest Yudhishthira Maharaj. This is my oath. Tomorrow I will arrest that king Yudhishthira. I will hand over him to you. So Drona took this oath. Now how to do this? Because in the war, the king is not easily accessible. He is always surrounded by so many people. Now how to get Yudhishthira Maharaj? So their first target was Arjuna. If this Arjuna can be taken away, then others we can somehow handle. This Arjuna we can't handle. So Arjuna is extremely powerful, and Krishna is with Arjuna. So we can't handle this situation without Arjuna going away from that situation. So they made one plan. The plan was, there were kings called Trigartas, Samshaptakas, and they had an oath to fight with Arjuna. So Dronacharya told Samshaptakas that, you see, tomorrow you should challenge Arjuna. You should provoke Arjuna. And when Arjuna comes to fight with you people, you should somehow take Arjuna away from the battlefield. You should take them towards some southern direction, so that he goes away from Kurukshetra. Then we will attack Yudhishthira Maharaj. We will arrest Yudhishthira Maharaj. We will gift him to Duryodhana, so that war will get over. So this was the plan. And the next day, the conch shell blew. The war started. The most important day. Now the news reached that today this is the plan. And Dronacharya is determined, somehow today I will arrest Yudhishthira Maharaj. And as usual, according to their plan, some Shaptakas came before Arjuna and they started blaspheming Arjuna. What kind of Kshatriya you are? You are a coward. You are a weak person. You are hiding. You are not coming to fight. If you have a guts, come and fight with us. Then Arjuna said, what happened to you people? Why are you so cheaply talking? He said, no, if you have guts, you have courage, come and fight with us. And when Arjuna wanted to fight with them, they started running away. So Arjuna started chasing them. The idea was, they wanted to take Arjuna away from battlefield of Kurukshetra. So they were successful. They took Arjuna, of course, with Krishna in the chariot, away from this one. Now, Dronacharya very tactfully implemented one of the most formidable formation of the army called Chakravyuha. Till then, nobody had done that. He formed his entire army, the Sainya, in a formation which is very, very difficult to penetrate. And that is called Chakravyuha. From which direction you should enter, you will not understand. Because Arjuna was the only person who knew how to penetrate into Chakravyuha. Nobody knows this. Only Dronacharya knows, Krishna knows, Krishna's son Pradyumna knows, and Arjuna knows. At that time, during the Dwapara Yuga, there were only 4 people who knows how to form Chakravyuha and how to break Chakravyuha. So Dronacharya is there, and Krishna is with Arjuna. Krishna and Arjuna, they're away, so no one knows. So Dronacharya formed Chakravyuha. With Chakravyuha, they started attacking Pandava's army. And they started destroying Pandava's army. Now the Pandavas got panicked. Oh my God, now how do we protect ourselves? Where is Arjuna? Then somebody told Arjuna has gone far away from Kurukshetra to chase the Samshaptakas. Now how to protect? Then everyone saw, very soon the Chakravyuha will attack and capture Yudhishthira Maharaj. So it's a very dangerous position. Then immediately they remembered that one more person knows how to penetrate into Chakravyuha. Who is that? That is Abhimanyu. Because Arjuna had trained Abhimanyu in terms of how to penetrate into Chakravyuha. So they immediately called Abhimanyu and they told Abhimanyu, today, you see, this is a situation, so you should actually take the leadership and penetrate into Chakravyuha. Abhimanyu stood up and he said, yes, I will do this. This is my honor and I will do that. But there is one problem. The problem is, I know how to go inside the Chakravyuha, but I do not know how to come outside of the Chakravyuha. Then immediately Yudhishthira, Bhima, they said, doesn't matter. We are all there. Once we go inside, then after that we'll destroy them and we'll bring you out. Don't worry, let's go inside. First we have to save ourselves. Then immediately Abhimanyu penetrated the Chakravyuha. The Chakravyuha was broken and Abhimanyu started fighting. And Duryodhana was surprised to see the kind of skills that Abhimanyu possessed. It appeared as if Kurukshetra war is going to end that day. Because the way Abhimanyu was fighting, he almost killed all the big people, and it appeared it's fine. Today is finished. Then Duryodhana went and told Dronacharya, please do something, save. You told you will catch Yudhishthira Maharaj. Looks like we are going to be killed today. Then Drona said, you see, today if you follow the right way of the war, we will not win. Say, the only way today we can win is to break the code and conduct of the war. Actually, the war, one man can fight with one man. But that day they decided multiple people will attack Abhimanyu. Karna, Kritavarma, you see, Kripacharya, Dushyasana and Drona himself. All these people will attack Abhimanyu. But attacking Abhimanyu is not easy because he is assisted by Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, Drishtadyumna, Drupada. Many big people are there. Now how to stop them? Now another one very interesting character came there. That is Jayadratha. Jayadratha is the husband of Duryodhana's sister. Jayadratha is the brother-in-law of Duryodhana. He is the husband of Dushyala. He is the king of Sindhu Desha, the present Pakistan. So, he once upon a time had misbehaved with Draupadi during their Vanavas. So, at that time, the Pandavas had given him some punishment by shaving his head. And for Kshatriyas, if you shave their head, it is as good as cutting off their head. In the Vedic understanding, it's like, cutting off their head, and it's a great insult. So this Jayadratha wanted to take revenge on the Pandavas. So he went and he started doing tapasya on Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva is called Ashutosh. He'll very easily get happy and he'll bless the people. Then Shiva became very pleased and he appeared before Jayadratha. Then Jayadratha said, my dear Lord, I want some blessings from you. Shiva said, yes, please tell me what blessings you want. He said, I want to kill all the Pandavas. Give me that blessing. Shiva said, no, this blessing I cannot give you. It is not possible because Krishna is in their side. I cannot give you this kind of blessings. When Krishna is in the side of some people, I can't take such a risk. Then he said, okay, at least I should defeat Pandavas if I can't kill. Then he said, I will grant you on two conditions. One condition is, this boon is not valid for Arjuna. That means you can never defeat Arjuna. Remaining 4 people, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, you can only defeat them for 1 day. That's all. This is the blessings maximum I can give you. So, and immediately he said, okay, thank you so much. And Lord Shiva, he went back to Kailash. Now Jayadratha had this special boon to stop the Pandavas for 1 day, except Arjuna. So now Arjuna is not in the Kurukshetra. He is behind some Shaptakas, far away from the Kurukshetra. Now these 4 Pandavas, they were actually stopped by the Sindhu Naresh, that is this Jayadratha. So the Pandavas, the Yudhishthira, Bhima, they do not know this. The blessings of Lord Shiva upon Jayadratha, they are getting surprised. Why are we not able to defeat this such a one cheap fellow, Jayadratha? How can he, defeat us today? They are not able to understand. And they are able to see Abhimanyu single-handedly fighting with so many people. And they are helplessly watching that. And all the 6 people attacked Abhimanyu and they kill Abhimanyu that day. And that day the sun sets and it was a big sad news. They all come back. Yudhishthira is crying. How can I show my face? How will I answer Arjuna? Abhimanyu was the pride of Arjuna. Now how will I go back? What will I answer Subhadra? What will I answer Arjuna? Now here Arjuna defeats some Shaptakas and he is coming back to this Kurukshetra where the camp is there, tent. He sees a lot of bad omens. And he tells Krishna, what is wrong? I'm seeing, even though we conquered Samshaptakas, I'm feeling something very bad. What is that? And the moment he approaches the tent where all these people are staying, he hears a lot of crying. Because Pandavas, what is the reason to cry? And he was scared. Is Yudhishthira Maharaj is arrested? Is there any danger for Yudhishthira Maharaj? Why are they all crying? And he comes and he sees Yudhishthira Maharaj is sitting. And he's satisfied, okay, Yudhishthira is safe. Then he sees the Abhimanyu seat is empty. Nobody is sitting there. His heart starts beating. Then suddenly somebody informs, today such and such thing happened, Abhimanyu is dead. The moment such a bad news given to Arjuna, Arjuna collapsed, started weeping, rolling on the floor, calling out, oh Abhimanyu, you left me. You are a heroic son. I could not protect you. How sad. Alas, let this earth not open up and swallow me. I could not protect my son. So he was broken. He was crying. And he was so disheartened. And after a little consoling, then Arjuna asked, how did it happen? Then actually, he was informed. This Jayadratha, because Arjuna was so angry at Yudhishthira, Bhima, when you were all personally present, why did you not protect my son? Bhima, you are the most, unstoppable. How could you not protect? Then he says, Jayadratha today stopped us. By hearing this, Arjuna becomes so angry and he makes one oath. Tomorrow, after the sunrise, I am going to fight in such a manner that either tomorrow the Jayadratha will be killed or I am going to commit suicide. I will jump into fire. I will kill myself for not being able to kill that fellow who killed my son. This is what going to happen. And immediately the trumpets were, drum was beaten, the conch shell was blown. And here, Drona, Duryodhana, they were all sitting and having a nice time. Oh, today we defeated Abhimanyu, and I think Pandavas are all unhappy the moment. And they started hearing conch shell blowing, drum beaten. And they, what is this? They're supposed to be crying. Why are they beating all these things? And the news comes and reaches, Arjuna has made such a oath. Tomorrow is going to kill this Jayadratha. Now Jayadratha became very scared. Now he started thinking, that boon I got from Shiva became dangerous for me now. The boon, he was so happy about that boon, now it became danger for him. What is that? Tomorrow is going to die. And Arjuna, for all of your information, he was famous for fulfilling his promise. Arjuna never made empty promise. So now Arjuna has made a promise. That means I'm going to die tomorrow. Then Dronacharya, Duryodhana, they told him, don't worry, we will protect you. In fact, it is a good news for us. Somehow if we protect you tomorrow, Arjuna will die. If Arjuna die tomorrow, we will be successful. Then it is easy for us to conquer this war, Kurukshetra battlefield. Then what did they do? They said, we will hide you, we will protect you whole day, somehow till sunset. After that you see what happens. Then Arjuna will jump into fire, then we can all enjoy that. So whole day Arjuna was fighting. It's a big story how Arjuna was fighting. And somehow Kauravas, they were successful in protecting Jayadratha till sunset. Then it is becoming, Krishna is telling Arjuna, only 1 hour is left. Half an hour is left. Krishna is continuously reminding, Arjuna, you should fulfill your promise. Look there. And Arjuna is somehow not able to reach Jayadratha. Then Arjuna is seeing it sunsets. Now Arjuna says, over. What is this? How can this happen? Sunset over. Now all the people in the Pandava side, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Nakula, Sadeva, Draupadi, Upapandavas, Virata, Matsya, Drupada, Drishtadyumna, everyone are crying. Today the greatest hero is going to die. He's going to jump into the fire. And the pyre was set, blazing fire. And everyone is standing there. One side people are crying. Another side, all the Kauravas have gathered to see that beautiful scene. Their enemy is going to die today. And somebody invited, oh Jayadratha, come, no danger for you. Now Arjuna is going to die. So come and watch this. Your enemy is going to die today. And Jayadratha was so happy. Now sunset over, his promises also. So Jayadratha came and Arjuna was offering his prayers. And after he offered his prayers, he opened his eyes and he sees Jayadratha is standing right in front of him, watching to see how Arjuna is going to die. Now Arjuna is about to see. Immediately Krishna brought the sun outside and said, Arjuna, look the sun. So Krishna brought the sun and said, Arjuna, look the sun in the sky. Fulfill your promise. Arjuna took out his Gandiva and immediately cut off the head of Jayadratha. So Krishna kept two things. One is, he is the controller of the time. We are all controlled by sun movement, right? Sun sets, can any one of you go out and don't worry, I'll bring the sun out. You can't say, imagine you're a student and somehow, you're not study full and you tell, don't worry, go on studying. Don't worry, I will extend the night. Like Krishna extended Rasa dance. Don't worry, whole night I will extend. Till you fully prepare, I will extend the night. Then once you are prepared, ready for exam, then I'll make it sunset. You can't do that. Don't take such people shelter. Take the shelter of Krishna. Kunti is telling, Manye tvam kalam Ishanam. Take the Isha, who is the Isha of the Kala. Don't take the people who are under the Kala. So imagine Krishna changed the Kala for sake of his devotee, Bhaktavatsala. Krishna's pastimes are not controlled by time, but time is under the control of Krishna. So these three pastimes, Krishna extending the Rasa dance night to the time equivalent of Brahma's day, or Brahma's 12 hours, and Krishna recovering the dead son of his guru Sandipani, and Krishna saving Arjuna, all these three pastimes prove without a doubt, Manye tvam kalam Ishanam. This verse of Kunti, because Kunti has practically seen all these things. Who is Kunti? Kunti is mother of Arjuna. Isn't it? She has seen. She's from her experience telling, my dear Lord, you're not ordinary. You're not like us. You are the controller of the time. You are the Ishvara of the Kala. And she says, Anadi Nidanam Vibhum. Vibhum, you are the Supreme Lord. Anadi Nidanam. There is no beginning, there is no end. And next, somebody, the moment they understand all these things, now they have an allegation against Krishna. Oh, God is powerful. God controls the time. Everything is under the control of God. And now God is partial. He is Pakshapati. He plays favoritism. He is not equal to everyone. You see, he was favoring Pandavas. So she is telling, this shloka specifically she is telling to tell everyone, you foolish people, don't put any allegation on Krishna, because his God is powerful, he does not play favoritism. She next says, Samam charantam sarvatra, Samam, you are equal to everyone. You are equal to everyone. You do not play favoritism. Samam sarvantam, Samam charantam sarvatra, bhutanam, for all the living entities you are equal. You don't play any favoritism. You see? Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Samoham sarva bhuteshu nadveshti. He says, I don't hate anyone. I don't play any favoritism. I'm equal to everyone. If Krishna is equal to everyone, then why is that some people are getting extra mercy of Krishna? Why is that some people don't get any mercy of Krishna? You see, Krishna's neutrality or Krishna's being equal is not like something like stone or this table being equal to everyone. You see, this table is equal to everyone. Either you beat the table or you massage the table, it behaves with you in the same way. But Krishna's neutrality is not like some inert object like a table. Krishna's neutrality is a neutrality of a person. Krishna is a person. There is a personal neutrality. What is that personal neutrality? The personal neutrality is called reciprocal. Reciprocal means I am equal to everyone. If somebody loves me, I will love them back. But I give equal opportunity to everyone to love me. Krishna gives equal opportunity to demons to love him. Krishna gives equal opportunity to human beings. Krishna gives equal opportunity to even animals and birds. Everyone has equal opportunity. But some people reciprocate with Krishna. So Krishna also reciprocates back. Some people do not take this equal opportunity. Such people unnecessarily blame God. Because of today in the purport we saw that misuse of the freedom. You have a freedom. You have a freedom to reciprocate back with Krishna. But with your freedom, you choose not to reciprocate. And then you blame God. God is not doing anything with me. Like Duryodhana in the Mahabharata, he was always accusing Krishna that you are Pandava Pakshapati, you are Pandava Pakshapati, you are always in the side of the Pandavas. You always support Pandavas. He is Krishna. Whatever he does, it is for Pandavas. He is against us. But actually it is not true. Krishna was always equal to Kauravas and Pandavas. That we can understand from Mahabharata. There are so many examples. When the war was declared, Krishna went as a Shanti Duta, as a peace messenger. He was equal to both Pandavas and Kauravas. He said, let's not fight. It's not that Krishna said, I'll declare the fight and I'll make the Pandavas win and I'll make Kauravas lose. No. Before that he said, I will give equal opportunity to both Pandavas and Kauravas. But unfortunately, Duryodhana did not use his freedom in the right direction. He misused his freedom, did not reciprocate with Krishna. And then after it was decided that there going to be a war, then Krishna said, okay, now my Narayani Sainya. During Dwapar Yuga, Narayani Sainya was the most powerful army on the planet Earth. There was no army which could defeat Narayani Sainya. Everyone was defeated by Narayani Sainya. That was Krishna's army called Narayani Sainya. Krishna said, my Narayani Sainya, which has conquered everyone in this world, is equally available to both Kauravas and Pandavas. And what is that condition? If you take me, then you can't take Narayani Sainya. If you take Narayani Sainya, then you can't take me. And if you take me, I will not fight. I will simply be in your side, that's all. I will be in your party, but I will not fight. I will not fight. I will not use any weapon. I will not do anything. So choose. And he did not make any plan that only Duryodhana should take or Arjuna should take. Both of them came. From Pandava's side, they approached Krishna to seek his help. From Kaurava's side, Duryodhana came to seek the help of Krishna. Now is what? The exhibition of how a devotee behaves. What is the nature? Samam charantam sarvatra bhutanam yanmithak kalihi. So both of them come to the palace of Krishna. Krishna is sleeping. So then Krishna opens his eyes and he sees Arjuna and he sees Duryodhana and he says, oh Arjuna, oh Duryodhana, please come, welcome. How nice, both of you have come to my palace. Please tell me, what do you want? They said, my dear Lord, you know the war has been declared. Now we are seeking the help from everyone and we want your help also. So Krishna said, all right, but one condition. My unconquerable Narayani Sainya is one side and I am another side. So it is up to you, whatever you want, you choose. Then immediately Arjuna said, my dear Lord, I want to choose you. I don't want Narayani Sainya without you. You see? You know why? Because who is mother of Arjuna? Kunti. What is her mentality? She is saying, Vipada she is telling that I want problems because problems bring Krishna. That means the whole their family mentality is like that. They want Krishna. For that sake, they get problem, no problem. For them, problem is no problem because for them, Krishna is the real asset. So, mother is such an exalted lady. What kind of training she must have given to Arjuna? So, Arjuna, without any doubt, he immediately selected Krishna. Krishna, I want you. I don't want a army, Narayani Sainya, without you. See, this is the mentality of a devotee. That is what Prabhupada says, that devotee always uses his freedom in the right direction. He uses his freedom in the right direction. And Duryodhana was so happy to hear this. This foolish Arjuna does not have practical intelligence. What is he going to do with this Krishna? And that too, Krishna is not going to fight. He's not going to use any weapon. He's not going to use Sudarshana Chakra also. So that means we are completely safe. And this Arjuna has no business understanding, no practical understanding. And he's choosing Krishna. Anyway, today is a lucky day for me. So I will take all Narayani Sainya and go away. But at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay is saying, Yatra Yogeshwaro Krishna, Tatra Dhanurdhari Arjuna. Wherever Yogeshwara Krishna and Arjuna, there is Shrir Vijayi Bhava. There is Vijaya, the victory, and there is wealth. But this Duryodhana did not know this. Because some of us, our mentality is such that we always choose Krishna's energy. We don't choose Krishna. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Parampara teaches, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, va kavitam, va jagadisha kamaye. I don't want dhana. I don't want jana. I don't want wealth. I don't want followers. I don't want name, fame. What do I want? Bahu janmani janmani shware. Life after life. I want you, my dear Lord. I want you. That's all. I don't want anything else. This kind of a mentality is Srimad Bhagavatam mentality. Srimad Bhagavatam teaches this mentality from the very beginning. That is why the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the first prayer in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that is Kunti Maharani prayer, we can see what kind of prayer she is offering. She is saying that I want all problems in my life because those problems keep Krishna in my life. Arjuna says, I want Krishna in my life. I don't want Narayani Sainya because we want Krishna. Is it that Arjuna was thinking, if I get Krishna in my life, finally I'll be successful? No, this is not their thinking. Whether I fail, whether I win. We want Krishna. That is why Krishna says, Sukhe dukkhe same kritva, labha labhau jaya apajaya. Isn't it? Mana, apamana, sukha, dukkha, same kritva. If they want Krishna, now they should fight without considering all these things. They may get defeated, they may get bad name, they may get so many things. Look at this mentality of Kunti Maharani, her son Arjuna. They're saying, we want you. We should reach such a devotion where we will tell without any doubt in our heart, see, Krishna will bring such a situation in all of our life. The Kurukshetra is going to begin in all of our life. It's not just Arjuna and, it's not between the Pandavas and Kauravas. The Kurukshetra war is going to happen in our life. Where the day will come where we have to choose between Krishna and Narayani Sainya. Narayani Sainya is what? Krishna's opulence, Krishna's energy. One side Krishna's opulence, energy, another side Krishna. And Krishna wants to test, what will my devotee choose? What do you want? Krishna is equally giving the opportunity. You want wealth? Take the wealth. You want me? Take me. But if you take me, you will not get anything. He wants to see. You see, sometimes imagine a father, the rich father, he's saying he's dividing the property. He says, I've divided my property into 3 shares. You see the four, sun, and any one of you can take any share. The fourth share is me. So everyone is thinking, what is this? What will we do with this person? Because what is workable in the material world is wealth. So Krishna wants to test our consciousness. He wants to test, are you a real devotee? Do you really want me? Or you want my wealth? So be careful in all of our life. The situation will come. We have to choose either Narayani Sainya or we have to choose Krishna. Krishna will be watching that. The day you choose Krishna, you are successful in your bhakti examination. And for you to become competent to choose Krishna in your life, you need training. You need somebody to guide you. And who will guide you? The spiritual master will guide us. Without spiritual master, we do not know how to choose Krishna. We will end up choosing Krishna's army, Krishna's wealth. That is why the song that we sing during the Guru Puja time, Guru Vandana song, in that we sing Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Kevala Bhakti. Kevala means what? Only Bhakti. Only Krishna. This is there in the song that we sing every day. If you take shelter of Shri Guru Charana Padma, take the Charana Padma, the lotus feet shelter, then you will learn how to choose Kevala Bhakti. If you don't take shelter of lotus feet of the spiritual master, you take some other shelter, then you will choose something else. See? It's very important. The Guru's lotus feet, our Guru's instruction will always guide us in our life to choose Krishna, only Krishna, nothing else. No matter what is the situation. Always. Look at the situation of the Draupadi. In the assembly of Asat Sabhaya, in the Asat Sabha, when they were trying to do Manapaharana, when they were trying to disrobe Draupadi, whom did she choose? Krishna. It was very clear that she selected only Krishna in her life. Whom did Arjuna choose? Krishna. Whom did Kunti Maharani choose? Difficulties or Krishna? Krishna. Look at the family. What kind of an exalted family it is. They are Mahajanas. Starting from father, mother, 5 children, and their son, their grandson Parikshit Maharaj. When Parikshit Maharaj was cursed, in 7 days you are going to die. What did Parikshit Maharaj choose? His kingdom? 7 days I'm going to die. Next 7 days, every moment I'm going to enjoy my kingdom before I die. That is today's philosophy, right? Enjoy till you die. You should enjoy. Before you die, you should enjoy. So I'm going to die. I'm so lucky. I came to know next 7 days I'm going to die. So let me enjoy. And he's not one poor beggar. If he wants to enjoy, the entire whole kingdom is available to give him enjoyment. What did Parikshit Maharaj choose? Are you all confused? What did he choose? Tell loudly. Krishna. We should come to this point of selecting only Krishna, nothing else. And that is the success of our life. That is why it is said, Antakalecha Mam Eva. Krishna already told in the Bhagavad Gita, at the time of death, that is Kala. Manye tvam kalam ishanam. Antakalecha mam eva. Antya kala. Mam eva. Eva means only me. Antakalecha mam eva. Smaran muktva kalevaram. If somebody chooses me alone, such a person comes back to me. And that training is possible if you take shelter of spiritual master. And spiritual master has given his shelter in the form of holy name. If you take shelter of the holy name, it is a shelter of the spiritual master. So that means every day when we chant Hare Krishna mantra, that means you are getting trained how to select Krishna in your life, in every aspect of our life. So this brings us to a very interesting and very serious conclusion that we have to choose Krishna whenever there is a test in our life between Krishna and Krishna's opulence. So, and how are we able to choose that? By taking shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, and the powerful teaching that is Hare Krishna mantra, by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We will surely, without any doubt, we will choose Krishna at the time of death. So we'll stop here. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.